Welcome back, welcome back. I'm glad you're sticking around. We're gonna get right into part 2. Newport Beach, Dave Reddy Jr., Kamary Phillips, and the interview continues. Okay, everybody, I made it. I know you don't believe it, but I'm standing here with the man himself. We are at Ralphs on Irvine in Newport Beach. As you know, my first trip here. Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Reddy Jr.
How you doing?
Yeah. So, you know, I took everyone along for the ride to get here. It was a bit of chaos. I told you that coming in. And as you know, we did a bit of tweeting, and we got a couple questions for you.
Okay.
So, who had actually the original idea for this entire campaign? Who's getting the credit for this?
Well, you know, it was a team effort, and we did borrow an idea and decided that we wanted to apply it to the wine industry because, you know, no one obviously in the wine industry has ever attempted to do something like this, and it's been incredibly exciting. But it was, you know, sitting around the winery, drinking wine, talking about how do we reach a new audience.
All right. So it really came from a brainstorm, hanging out?
Yeah.
Cool. So I hope you're happy at Style TV show. There's your answer. A question that's been on a lot of people's minds is essentially, how's this breakdown going to work? So at the end of the day, someone's got to make a call. There's so many talented videos out there. You can visit the favorites on my site, Murphy Goode TV. It's at YouTube. And there are over 1,000 people that have applied so far. Who is going to actually break it down at the end and decide?
Well, I mean, next week, next Friday, we cut off the applications, and, you know, as you know, we've hired an outside HR firm to help get us to the top 50. June 30th, we're going to sit down with my group, you know, some marketing people, some PR people, Murphy Goode people are going to sit down, and we're going to go through those 50 and come up with our top 10 so that we can schedule everybody's flights up to the winery to sit down and talk face to face.
And how did you actually get to, you know, at one point the date was 15 days earlier, something like that.
Right.
And was it because you had a mad, crazy rush of videos, or what was that all about?
You know, really, we wanted to get out. You know, I've been traveling a lot these last few weeks.
Yeah, man, you've been everywhere.
Yeah, I just wanted the opportunity to get out, meet more people, taste more people on the wine. Unfortunately, we can't do that at the grocery store today. But when I've done restaurant events, you know, we've just had big wine socials, and it's been a blast. And so I just really wanted more time to go out and meet more people.
At Taylor Reason, he or she actually had learned from somewhere on the internet that David was not particularly pleased with candidates' knowledge of wine. Now, actually, he can set the record straight right now, right here.
Yeah, and actually, I think that was in the LA Times article, and it was actually backwards. Because quite honestly, we don't need someone that is incredibly knowledgeable about wine, because that's what I'm here for. I need someone who's incredibly knowledgeable with Web 2.0 and the social networking. I will teach them everything they need to know, and also maybe even with less knowledge of wine, they'll ask me simpler questions that might be more relevant to our audience.
Love it. And that's kind of the reply I was hoping I would hear, because quite frankly, you guys don't give up, keep trying, because at the end of the day, I think you're going to sell yourself more about your personality and what you have to bring to the table in a social sense, not necessarily about knowing about wine. Now, you know, I had about 40 questions I had to sift through and try to get to the most important ones, but I have one of my own. You're a musician, so I know that, but I don't know what you do. So are you a rock guy? Are you a jazz guy? Pop? What's your trip?
You know, I've done a little bit of everything. You know, my youngest days was really into the jam bands. Saw the Grateful Dead 175 times, so obviously that was a major influence on what I was doing, especially back in Minnesota. And then my band in California was really more funk oriented. A little bit of Chili Peppers, but would get into the Maceo Parker, you know, the JB Horns and Parliament, and you know, so a little bit of the old school meets new school.
Cool. And what are your music aspirations today?
Today, I don't have any, really. I retired from, once the hair started to thin and I had to get a haircut, decided to drop out of the scene a little bit. Because music is, music's really a full-time job, and I really was having a hard time trying to do both. And now with a family, I'll jump up on a stage, grab a microphone, and sing some songs. I've been known to do that a lot. But for me, it's all about the wine.
So you're a dad?
I am a dad. I have a 5-year-old, little Jack.
Right on. How long have you been married?
6 years, from a beautiful girl from Newport Beach, believe it or not.
And in case you forgot, that's where we're standing right now in Newport Beach. So he's actually in his woman's hometown. Okay.